Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Push on the Cushion weekly recap. Uh, had a great night, I know, at Kennedale. Um,
So we
what about,
heard.
Yeah.
We weren't there.
I
Lot
wasn't
of
there.
cars. The track was a little bit iffy this weekend. We praised them a lot their first weekend, and there was rain, there was moisture in the air. It's tough to do all that, but Kennedale a lot of times whenever it's wet just gets brutally rough. Um,
I thought for sure it was going to rain out.
I did too.
I was planning to go to I-44 with Justin Bates and the midget, and we ended up bailing on that because we like, man, we're going to drive up there and get rained out, and they got the race in.
Mm-hmm.
And Kennedale same way, just kind of look, and it looked like it was going to dump rain, and so
I
really
thought it was
hard.
going to rain out, and I got called out for not being there. I'll tell that story on the podcast this week, but I definitely
It's
got
good.
called out for not being there.
It was cool. Braxton Weger, super quick. He's a young kid. He's got talent. He's sitting in a good car. Let it start to finish. And the old unlucky came up light on the
I
scales.
think a lot of us have been there before. Well, I mean, let's be honest. I don't think it was egregious ever. It wasn't anything like that. But let's just talk about, the disaster of a first 7 laps.
I don't even
quit.
think it was first 7 laps. I think it was the whole race. It
My
was just
pen
car
ran
after
out of
car.
my pen ran out of ink. Like
Yeah.
at one point, 5 laps in, there were 2 reds and at least 2 cautions. So
And they hung another one up in the fence in turn 4 too, which
Yep.
concerns me a little bit. It's just going from 60 miles an hour to 0 dead stop is violent. So
I won't lie to anyone. I know that Kennedale is one place I mean, man, I don't want to say this ever, but I don't think you can get through that fence. That thing is
No,
serious.
it has been tested
I
so many
agree.
times.
I mean, Buddy Kofoid hit it so hard leading that outlaw
So did
Yeah.
Cole
show
Macedo.
and
Cole
just
Macedo,
wrapped his right rear tire around it.
Sheldon
I just would
Hutchill.
I would like to have them cut it down, and so you can hit the
It's
fence.
aggressive. Like you can just, I mean, absolute impact.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
it was a rough start.
They ran
That race didn't have very many. It didn't have any rhythm.
They
for a
ran
while.
probably 60 total laps.
I
bet
agree.
I bet a lot of people were on the brink of being light.
Oh, I'd say this, and I will say this openly because I have watched it happen to my younger brother. Don't rely on fuel for weight.
Yeah.
Make sure your car empty. Call it if you want to call empty 3 gallons because it's probably going to start missing at that point. If you're not passing weight at 3 gallons, same concept. You have no idea what their scales are. The same Kerbo, like we went to 105. I told you it was going to be a long one, and we almost brimmed the fuel cell.
Yeah.
You got to plan for that stuff, and you should be passing weight empty on fuel, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of guys. There were a bunch of guys that ran Landon Venezuela, who we've talked about before, who shows a lot of speed, and as soon as he hones in his craft, is going to be a weekly contender. He was plus 11 to finish 7th.
Mm-hmm.
But
Fifield went on. He got the win, by default. He doesn't race every weekend.
Joey had another bullet in the chamber.
Absolutely.
On 1, 2, and that's not really shocking, especially on a racetrack like that where it's just locked down and heavy.
That's the most Joey Starnes thing ever, just to have one just on deck.
That's right.
Landon Thompson was plus 10 after he caused a caution, or was in a caution. I think he might have spun out himself. I don't know if somebody got into him or not. He was plus 10 to finish 9th. And then you've got the perennial.
Well, let's call it. Let's go ahead and say it. Mr. Consistency right now. DJ S is doing what he does.
Mm-hmm.
DJ looks really good. He looks comfortable. He right now. I think he's sitting there, and he knows he's only got a 3rd place car, and that's where he's sitting.
A lot of people don't come to realize that.
It's a hard thing. It's a really hard thing to know that when you push out there, and this is it. This is what I have. If I move forward, it's because things happen to other drivers. You just kind of got to sit there. But
how many times it's sitting in a chute did I tell you that it's going to be a long race and to take whatever the track will give you?
Oh, for sure. And rough tracks like that, it's more about it's being methodical, being smart. Loved one of my favorite racers growing up. His name was Ronnie Jones. He was from Oklahoma City, and his definition was go slow to go fast.
And you have
I
to
don't know
learn
about on
that.
that racetrack though. They, I
Man,
mean,
you
I
close your
saw
eyes, you pucker up
I, s-
real good.
I saw the 31 ran a 12.7
Yep,
during the feature, which is hauling ass. And they
it's
qualify there in a couple weeks.
yep,
I bet the pole speed won't be 12.7
right.
for the quick time, you know. So,
We had
anyway, that's
national
that.
we had national tours. Where were they at, Jim?
The Outlaws were at Peevely, Missouri, I-55, which both nights were wars,
Oh
especially
yeah,
Saturday night.
oh yeah,
Was just wild in traffic. Buddy Kofoid comes out the winner both nights. Shoehart and Gravel got into it again. They had a big crash in Volusia night one. They crashed again down the front stretch. Looks like just hard racing, switching lanes, trying to break guys' momentum, especially in traffic,
Yep. I was
and you
on
end up
Team Gravel
tore
for
up like
that one.
that.
Man,
Yeah,
you can say that all you want, man. My favorite nickname in racing, Bill Baylock. He was moving there for a bit, kind of got balled up on a restart, but
yeah. And he got jammed up on
mhm.
Friday too,
Yep,
issue that wasn't his own, and he just got
yeah.
the brunt of it. I-55's just got walls on both sides and a quarter mile. I mean, can you imagine running Kennedale with a wall in the infield too?
They turned
Peevely,
Dicey.
Missouri. That place is just, and you can watch the 410s, and you can clearly see them during qualifying just how much they're just turned like this all the way down the straightaway.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially when it gets real slick like that, and they have them
Mm-hmm.
tightened up, and they're making a lot of wing speed down at the end of
Yep.
end of the straightaways. And
I couldn't believe that they turned Gravel around. Like that there was no I would have lost every dime that I've ever made on that bet.
he got the
But
past champions time in
Oh
the work
yeah.
area.
Oh yeah.
Probably,
there's
but I don't
always
know
that
if it's a high limit guy in there. He gets that much time, but they got to take care of their own guys. We got no real
For sure.
problem with it. The
For sure.
weird thing was, who missed the show both nights was Rico,
I know.
and he's won a couple Ironmans, I believe. He's
I know.
usually really fast there, so
Yep.
he doesn't run the Outlaws full time, and
And
he
I'll
was
say
just
this
invading. But
again, like openly, dude, it's so important how you qualify. You
yeah,
can just get bottled up, and in the heat race, that just about anywhere we go, there's not a ton of passing. Qualifying is so important.
well, we were talking about Landon Valenzuela with another big charge this week, and I think I saw a video where he was up on the bike in the heat race, and
Mm-hmm.
then you miss the invert and you start
Yep.
19th, and you have a really good car and get it figured out and get going, and you're just buried and you run out of time. So,
Yep.
Well, and
um,
those are the
you
type of
know,
races that allow you to make big moves. You pass 3 or 4 cars, and then you catch a caution, catch your breath, brings
Yep.
the whole
yeah,
field back together, and then the same thing happens 3 or 4 times. The next thing you know, you find yourself in the top
yeah,
10
put
Mm-hmm.
and
yourself
just
in a
now fighting for
position.
your life.
Yeah, never give up. That spot you're running for eighth, becomes running for fifth if
Yep.
something happens up front. So, good World of Outlaws races there. USAC was at my home track, Lawrenceburg, for the Justin Owen Memorial. Briggs Danner takes home the win. It's not very shocking. He's run Bridgeport, New Jersey a bunch, and those tracks are nearly identical. It was up on the fence,
Oh, it
big
was
3-story
gnarly.
slide jobs. That place is awesome. And then Kyle Cummins won Terre Haute
Yep.
Sunday. Terre Haute's gnarly. We were talking before this. If you're in Indiana, like Rutherford's going to Indiana, and he was asking me stuff to do on Memorial Day week. I said, go watch Terre Haute Wednesday. I don't care what's there. Go. And go stand in the infield for hot laps. And it is just eye opening.
I forgot
Terre
he's
Haute's
going up
super
there.
cool.
Kevin Rutherford's going to the Indy 500, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's what's taking him up there.
Yep.
And like
So,
always, you just filled him full of information.
man, that was for the last 20 years, that was my favorite week of the year, to go up to Indiana and um, you know, go to Terre Haute Tuesday, Wednesday, Circle City Wednesday, Thursday, then the Little 500, the greatest pavement race of all time, um, has qualifying Thursday and Friday. Go to IRP Friday night or Bloomington, and then Saturday go the Little 500, the greatest race on the planet. at Anderson, and then drink beer till 3 a.m. Then wake up at 6 and drive to the big speedway and and go party at the infield at turn 3 for a couple hours, grab a nap, and it was just the best weekend of all time for a long time. So, but now we have Speed Week. So
do they let you? Do they let you in that stream down there to hunt for bricks, or is that off limits for everybody that's not named Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
That's not on. That wasn't on my itinerary for Kevin, but I wouldn't be shocked if he comes back with one.
What about ASCS?
Chris Martin wins at the Salina High Banks.
I think that's only his second ASCS National Tour win.
His brother was up front at 1.2. They might have been running 1-2. I don't know if they finished 1-2 or not.
No, I think he ended up 4th. He had a restart. He started at, I think, 3rd, and he tried to roll the outside, and it kind of took rubber on the bottom, and he had him cleared, and then he busted off into turn 3 a little bit too deep and slipped off the rubber and kind of got swallowed up. But
our guy Ryder LaPlante,
broke a power steering line in the heat race, so
pushing the cushion zone. Ryder LaPlante,
yeah. Same thing goes back to qualifying and
14th.
He made a good charge there in the feature, but it's
plus
tough.
9.
It's tough to start deep in these races.
I'd like to get up to Salina. That place looks awesome.
The place looks really cool. Actually, me and Lucas talked about it. I don't think we've ever even been there.
No, it looks rowdy.
Yeah, they finally found the place.
I don't remember. I mean, maybe when I was really young, but no, I don't think that we've ever even been there.
Yeah. This week the Outlaws, another good week, are at Jacksonville Friday night, and then Tri-State Speedway, Haubstadt, Indiana, which is another one of my favorite tracks growing up, to Bullring quarter miles this week. I don't believe USAC's running. I don't know there's a lot of 305 racing going on around here this weekend.
RPM's opening up this weekend for the 305s.
Weekend for RPM.
Mm-hmm.
And Abilene.
Abilene, West Cranfield. Everyone go support them and support the amazing fans at Abilene. You know, Abilene and Grayson County kind of run hand in hand with the coolest sprint car fans around. They don't even care what kind of sprint car it is. They just want to watch sprint cars.
That's right.
Which is great.
105 Speedway down in Houston's running again.
Yep.
We have a couple of our guys go down there as well. I keep kind of bringing it up and watch what happens down there.
It's a great place. I know that Kerbo complains about the pit area a ton, but it's a cool racetrack. It's super unique. It's kind of like an Abilene, honestly. It's got very unique parts of it.
The entire pit area is like a sand volleyball court. You get zero traction.
It's like Boyd.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's Boyd. Yeah. It makes Boyd look like pavement. Like it's. I mean, it's truly like once you get off the pit. Most of the pit areas where the trailers park are on kind of like grass berm type things. But anywhere that you are in need of pushing a car off is all sand. But I don't know if I've said this on the podcast or not. One of the coolest things about that track is that they've got a little scoreboard in the chute that looks like a 25-second clock for high school basketball that counts down the laps of the race that's on the track. And so it's
also got a leader tower that I learned to look at whenever you were telling me to keep digging, just to know who was behind me.
We're going to tell that story.
It didn't have a lap counter. I was counting laps in my head, but
yeah. And then the last race going on this weekend is OCRS is at Thunderbird up in Muskogee.
I've heard that's
Oklahoma.
A cool place.
It is.
It's big. Jeb and I drove all the way up there a couple years ago just to get winded out of a outlaw or high limit show
race,
2 or 3 years ago. It was a nice, beautiful 5-hour drive. We literally pulled in and saw rigs leaving. We were like, uh-oh. Because Jeb was going to get there late.
Were y'all just talking about conspiracy theories and stuff all the way up there?
I forget what it was about, but it was a nice long drive up to Muskogee. Even from my house, it's a long drive. So, and mostly we are keeping an eye on the OCRS because of our buddy Carson Bolden.
Yep.
I believe he is trying to run that whole deal, which is good. They pay good money. They have tow money for their top 10 in points. They got a good contingency program.
It's a good
we're gonna
series.
keep an eye on that series which
I wish it
is
was
a mix
closer,
of
but that's
305s
great.
and 2-barrel 360s.
Yep.
They run some cool tracks, Arrowhead and Creek County, and Thunderbird is big. It's like the Terre Haute of Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
So, we're interested to see how our buddy Carson does up there.
10-4. What else we got? Anything?
I think that's it for the recap.
I think that's it. Everybody get out to the races this weekend. I will not be anywhere. My little girl's getting baptized Sunday, so we got some family in town. But get out, take your cars to Abilene, RPM, go down to Houston, go to Muskogee. We don't care, but take your cars out, support these tracks. They're all paying pretty good money.
I know.
All the purses are posted. They're paying pretty good money. So, and then, we got 410s down in Ennis next weekend. Kennedale's back on. We are in it. We're in the thick of it. It's full blown race season now. So hopefully the weather cooperates.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to the recap. We'll see you next week.